Hey guys, Joseph here, back with another amazing video, and this has to be the most packed Canada's Wonderland / Alpen Fury update video I've ever done for you guys. And officially tomorrow on July 12th, 2025, Canada's Wonderland will officially launch and open Alpen Fury to the public. So guys, I will see you there tomorrow because I'm so excited to ride Alpen Fury. Alongside that, this video will also be including stuff like Alpen Fury testing, Alpen Fury's training, Alpen Fury's new sign, the station finishing, the launch tunnel and evac exit being completed, new games and areas open at Alpenfest as the Alpenfest area opens on up, Minebuster now being completely open, and good news for people with service animals. So without further ado, ladies and gentlemen, sit back, grab some snacks, like and subscribe if you're not already, because 50% of the people watching my videos are not subscribed, and without further ado, enjoy the video. So as you guys can see right here, they've removed all of the water dummies off of the orange and blue train. Here's just another view of what the station looked like. You can see all the handrails were installed, but there's no paint on them yet. They're still shining that beautiful metal look. Apart from that, as you guys can see, here's where the queue line's going to be on this giant concrete pad over here. The queue line's going to come on down, side to side in a zigzag pattern, all the way up into the station. You can also see the inner portion of the queue line there that will go through that side of the building there where those lights are. Now on to Minebuster, guys. Minebuster's officially open, as you guys can see right here with this cart going on up. It's been open for a few days now. I recommend you guys go ahead and check it out with the new 960 feet of track that they renovated. For the first half, it's absolutely butter smooth. The second half, just as smooth with a little roughness, and then the third half will give you a headache. So beware and be warned. Now back on Alpen Fury Station, you guys can see here that they've installed these two characters with the little window there. I know it has some historical relevance, but I don't know the exact details of it. Apart from that, the clock is still not installed. You can see over here that they started installing some of the queue line towards the entrance area where you'd start walking into the queue there. And as you guys can see right here, they've actually brought back the whack-a-mole that used to be at Canada's Wonderland that they removed years ago, as well as the building next to it. They now have two new games, a balloon popping game and a ball throwing type of game, which is also somewhere else found in the park as well. Now back to the concrete pad, guys. As you guys can see right here, they've started installing some of the queue line. In this footage, you can see that they've got a few of them down in the center area there, and they got this beautiful curve on the outer edge going around the fly sign. Now after this, they started installing some of the fencing here, as you can see, over the next couple days. And just real quick here, you guys can see the Castaways stunt dive show times that they now have, and they've been doing these stunt shows every now and then. Pretty cool if you ask me, and this guy is, quite frankly, very talented, because I couldn't do something like that, let alone while my feet are wet and doing flips. That is pretty cool, I will have to say and admit. That is amazing. I hope you guys do go take a look at this show when you get a chance, if you ever visit Canada's Wonderland sometime this season, because it is amazing. Now over to the Planet Snoopy area, you can see that the Coca-Cola refresh station has actually finally been finalized with the paint and everything, and the barriers are removed, so keep a lookout for when that opens, guys. Also back on Alpen Fury here, you can see now is nearing completion with almost all the queuing complete, all the outer fencing getting finished, just some final touches there being done, and you can see that they've actually painted brown fencing walking on up into the station there on that staircase. And on the bin system here, it says Sledger for some reason. I'm not exactly sure why. And just after the drop, after the top hat near Alpen Fury, near this little stage area, you can see here that they have new netting that they're going to set on up over here as well, as it is quite low to the ground. Apart from that, guys, here you can see the fire effect for Alpen Fury. That is the fire effect. It's far to the right and away from the Alpen Fury top hat and any other rides, due to the fact that it's got to be safe and away from any other rides in case anything catches fire potentially. Over here in the Skyflyer loop area, you can see there's tons of terrain work that they're doing, laying down tons of grass, tons of mountains of dirt. The camera post will also be put on that wooden post over there. Now back to Alpen Fury's area, you can see the Schlagzit is what it's called for the whack-a-mole game now, and the other two games are up and running as Alpenfest starts to open on up to the public more. You can see the beautiful Alpen Fury sign there. You can see the test seat sign and the locker sign. They've also started to stain some of the wood for the fencing, and now we know the name of this place is called Alpine Outfitters, so you guys can go over there and get your outfits and all that cool stuff. And also these fake windows they've started to install around the station are pretty interesting. Also, the clock is finally installed. Look how beautiful that looks. And there's also a little service animal washroom station if you guys have a service animal. Now here's some of the Alpen Fury final tests going at full speed. There was a whole shockwave of wind to the point where you could just hear it whooshing past by my camera. Here's some night shots of ASMR of Alpen Fury running for you guys.
No human riders, blue train.
Also, there's some lights that I've been seeing on the train, as you just saw right there, guys. Seems like there's a lighting effect on the trains, but we'll have to see for ourselves when we ride it later on. Also, there's red shirts officially training and doing cycles on the ride there, as you guys can see. Also, guys, you can see the height requirement and some of the signs there on the ground, as well as this single-use fast lane machine that you can buy your single uses at. Here's a look inside Alpine Outfitters. And over here at the station, guys, they started to put up banners to celebrate the grand opening of Alpen Fury. There's also a locker sign as well, as you can see at the station, just so you guys can find out where you want to buy lockers. You'd head in towards that area. And also, here's a single rider sign letting you guys know all the rules and details about being a single rider. Also, a GOAT edition was added to the entrance of the launch tunnel. Not sure what relevance that has, but obviously there's some kind of historical relevance with that. Inside of the tunnel, they're still working on that tunnel, getting it fully complete, but I'm sure they'll have it done by the 12th, as they have announced that it will be open then. Here's just another beautiful launch. And here's just another great view of the fire effect. Now, I never caught the fire effect on camera, but you guys can see what that looks like there, just standing on a pole. Apart from that, guys, as always, Jesus loves you, and I'm going to see you all in the next update, so make sure to stay tuned, and I'll see y'all all in the next one. Peace out.